Hello and welcome. So today I'm going to be doing a live solve of the Guardian's Everyman crossword. Now it's a little bit difficult because it's a prize crossword, so it doesn't have a check button or reveal if I get stuck on the answers, because I think it's a prize crossword, and therefore I actually publish this a week after I've attempted it when the prize deadline is over. So I know I got one wrong last week's. Hopefully I can rip through this. They've been a bit easier recently, so let's see how it goes. Two descriptions of freshly baked cake that's finished off. Two descriptions of freshly baked cake. Something and I would think if there's two descriptions. Suddenly realise tea toupee. To toupee would make me think it's a wig or something. Rug. Suddenly realise. Flights not all ending in landings. That's got to be staircase, hasn't it? Staircases, flights, landings being the top of the stairs, the hallways, the bottom ends. Which way isn't both ends? Particle Rutherford. Originally, this one's proton. Name originally, so that's the initial letters of those words. He always puts in. Everyman always sticks in a clue like that where you've got the initial letters, which is nice. Rashly tasering Tangier's ingrates, picking any that's most furious. So that must be, I think there's an est in there. Rashly tasering Tangier's ingrates, picking any that's most furious. These are all anagrams, aren't they? There's an est in there then. So what is it? Angriest. Angriest. Okay, that's what a great clue. What a great clue that is. What a fun clue. So tasering, tangiers, and ingrates are all anagrams of angriest, which is the most furious. As a report misrepresented Pavarotti. Pavarotti was obviously the opera singer. I'm thinking tenor or alto, but I don't quite know what to do. That report tends to suggest it's going to be a sound alike. Could be an account, could be a bang from a gun, that sort of thing. Deceiver in bar rebuffed. I would have thought that, in bar rebuffed looks like it should hold a hidden word, but I can't see it. I'm looking from about here. In bar would be B-A-R-R, A-R-R-E, re, and then we've only got one word. Rebuffed would suggest it's maybe might suggest it's a anagram, not sure. Right. On reflection, fan, every man admitted, is not a sophisticated type. On reflection, fan, every man admitted, is not a sophisticated type. So I thought that was a nut is a fan, but then T-U-N, stick an I in there for tune, isn't really a word. Contemptuous quality characteristic of knit. Knit lice. I can't see that one. Right. I'm going to go back to the top and the downs just so that I don't have to scroll the screen yet. Mornings, fresh water and powder sprinkled around Duke. So Duke I think is a D. Powder, I guess that's an anagram of powder, isn't it? Let's have a look. Powder with a D. Powder D. Dewdrop, in fact, I know what it is. I knew what it is. I suddenly got it in my brain. Report of Bishop's neighbour's darkest hours. Bishop's neighbour is we got king, queen, king, or the knight. Knight. Well, that was a simple one. That's twig, isn't it? A T-wig. Okay, T-wig. I had the wig part. Two descriptions of freshly baked cake that's finished off. Dunkin' Donuts. Dink. Done and done, and what else have I done? And dusted. No, dusted. Furniture item that'll help an actor, dresser. That's a bit of an old chestnut I've seen a few times. Hard the first time I saw it. Customs planting DI in timeshare. So I'd guess the DI goes there. Customs, trade, timeshare. Customs are traditions, aren't they? Tradition. What have I got? Is that tradition? Timeshare. What have I got? DI in tration. Doesn't really make a word, does it? Not sure about that. Come back. What's this? Removes rope from a French doctor son. Earn. Doctor son. What's that? I begin to wonder if that's right. I mean, it must be Sun would be an S. Riggs. Dr. Rigg, yes. Gosh. Morning round Asia and El Dorado. Showing no animation. Dead as a dodo, I imagine that is. Dead as a doornail, sorry. Dead as a dodo, I guess. I don't know, they've changed that. Dead as a doornail. There we go. Agrees in hearing, say to be heard. Agrees. Assigns. What's the word? In a hearing, say. Assents, that's what I'm thinking. Why is that? To be heard. Agrees is to assent. In a hearing, say. Not sure about that. I'll leave a letter out of that just so I can come back to it, to remind me to come back to it. As a report, misrepresented Pavarotti. Not sure about that either. Okay, well, the top's gone in fairly nicely if I've got what I've got is right. Contemptuous quality of characteristic on knit. Not sure. That one. Okay, let's put the N in there for tradition and the I in there for, but I'm not convinced by that. Oh yeah, I'm convinced by that now. It's a T ration. There we are. Tradition. So what's this? Deceiver in bar rebuffed, sorry. Deceiver in bar. So again, I'm still trying to see a it's a liar, isn't it? Is it a liar? Deceiver is a liar. Bar rebuffed. Rebuffed. Bar is a rail. Okay, yeah, rail backwards, I suppose. Yep, seems kind of reasonable. I still don't know that one. Sorry. Drunkenly wails, welcoming greeting language. So that's Swahili. Wales with a high in the middle of it. There we go. I haven't done that one yet. Can't get to that one yet. I'm just really desperately trying to avoid having to scroll my screen at this point. Contemptuous is... What is contemptuous? Quality. Characteristic of knit. Lousiness, I suppose. Can I do 18? Hide. I'm really getting to the point where I'm going to have to do that. Have a look lower down. I didn't do 15, did I? Yes, I did. 15. Earned around half a C. So C is 100 in Roman numerals, which is an L. Earned around that. Caused irritation. Or is it just... Yeah, I think it's around an L. Let's put an L there. So it's an anagram of that, isn't it? So let's take the L out and try it. Earned with an L. I don't think it's learned, is it? Run... Something ED, I think, probably. Caused irritation. So everything's in the past tense, so... Let's stick an ED in there anyway. because that'll probably help me on some other clue if it's the right place. Here you may see advocate or advocar. So advocar is a type of alcoholic drink, I believe. Advocate is in a judge, is a not a judge, it's in a court of law. Advocar, I kind of feel like it's Dutch, in which case you'd be thinking about the Hague, for where the International Crimes Court is. Some kind of bar, I think. Something to do with bar, yeah, because advocates, legal, the legal bar, and advocate is a bar at the bar. At the bar, I think that is. There we go. Abacus, no, demur, having a thing. Oh gosh. Demur, having a thing. Not much help me there at the moment. And actually, that one there doesn't become an anagram earned. What's this one down here? The cigars distributed in Parliament. So, what's that? The cigars distributed in Parliament. Reichstag, the older. I don't know if it's still part of Germany's Reich. Reichstag. It's certainly what Hitler took over, I believe. I seem to recall in my history. Glamorous types, bit of glam rubbish at number 1. So that's a. I assume that's glitterati. That's a at number 1. Oh look, they are glitter at number 1. Clever. Yeah. So something to do, kind of an allusion to the days of early 70s pop music, rock, whatever you call. See if I can get that. So, sport as a report. Oh, that's just okay. It's an anagram as a report. Let's see. As a, is it? Or maybe I'm not. Yeah, it is as a report. Sport. Is it sport? Apart. Misrepresent. Pavarotti. Opera thing, isn't it? What is it? Opera star, I think that is. Let's see if that. I'm going to just check that again. As a report. I think that's opera star. Yeah, that's good. All ticked off. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. I'm going to go a sentence in there just to knock it up. Oh, there's the eye of Everyman. Not a sophisticated. A fan. On reflection, fan. Everyman admitted is not a sophisticated type. I'm not sure about that. Let's see what's down here. Modern inequality, focus of flip-flop. That must be digital something, wasn't it? Digital. Focus of flip-flops. So you wear flip-flops on your feet, and I think digits count for feet as a thing, as a correct bit of Latin. Let's look at this again. Demur. Having a thing. Let's go somewhere I can maybe get something. Pacino's stunning somewhere in France. Okay, so that's. What place in France is this? Pacino. My French is not great. Is aponic? Yeah, not sure. But I assume it's a French place, anagrammed. We'll see when we've got some more letters. Maybe something will jump off the page at me. Closest to Cairo. Hide in part of Mediterranean island. Closest to Cairo. Now, closest would normally make think there's an O there, but I don't think it is. Cyprus is probably the closest to Cairo, but I don't think that's what we're looking for. Hide. Leather. This is where we had Shearer last week, which is a great clue. Dish, often fish, portion of hippoglottum, or whatever it is. It's sushi anyway. No, that is a hidden word. Hippoglossus. What is going on there? That woman, she had place. She'd place to keep tools as a shed. Okay. Digital, modern. I mean, that may not be digital. Modern inequality, digital Focus or flip-flop? Let's have a look here. Oh gosh, oh, and I don't know. I don't live in France. Why should I know places in the middle of France? Oh golly, ace. Look, I haven't been skiing. I've been skiing in France, but and I've watched the World Cup when it's held in France. Excuse me. I've visited France, I've interrailed through it. I'm watching the Olympics, which are in France, but I can't know every place in France, can I? And I live on the south coast, which is near France. So, I mean, maybe it isn't. Maybe it isn't somewhere in France at all. Maybe it's not a place, but I think it is. Apskin. I don't know. So what have we got over here? Earned around half a C. I've got my L there. Oh, I mean, it's gone nicely. This has been about 15 minutes at this point. Caused irritation, which is hustled. I think half C is an L there. Earned is and this one, I'm going to just see. I'm thinking I've got to, if I start going through, I mean, baffled would fit, but baffed doesn't really have a. On reflection, fan. I think, is it just naff? I think it's naff, isn't it? Here you may see. I mean, I think that's going to be at the bar. I mean, there's a possibility it isn't at the bar. Maybe it's in the bar. In the bar. I thought at the bar is the place though. That's the phrase you would use about nettled, I think it is. Netted, yeah, netted and nettled. So netted, okay, I'll come back to that anyway when I talk. Having a thing. Absent. Demur. Demur isn't really one of those words I know. I mean, I think it's a bit shy. Having a thing. Absent. Digital modern inequality. I'm assuming that's digital. It kind of fits. Focus of flip-flop is digital. I mean, there's not many letters. If it isn't digital, let's just take that up for a second. There's not many things. I mean, it could be dog. It could be dag. Doesn't really think dedge. I would think that's digital still. I'm going to doggedly stick to that one, I think. What have we got here? What's this clue? Hide. In part of Mediterranean island closest to Cairo. I don't think it's a hidden word in there somewhere. Sestock. I've got my annoying French place there. So I mean, overall, I'm pretty pleased how that's gone. And this is kind of what I like in a crossword, is to get through most of it quite quickly. I feel comfortable about that. Whereas the cryptic I did earlier today, I just had nothing in it. It's just a real grind from start to finish, really. I would think that's an I. I don't know what the word is. Absin or something. Or if it's a place or. Assuming it is looking for somewhere in France, in which case that would have to be hide in part of Mediterranean island. I mean, the Mediterranean islands aren't that hard normally. They're normally just things like Capri, Crete. There you go. Let's take that off. Let's put secrete. SE, hide. Hide is to secrete. Part of Mediterranean island. Southeast Crete. So what's this? What have I got left? I've got the N, the P, and the O. No, I've got no. What am I talking about? Have I even got that? Oh, just do the anagram helper. Pacino. I haven't got. Oh, hang on. Oh, I've got an S. Oh, hang on. Have I? Is that Alsace? Oh, Al Pacino. Stunning. Alsace. I do know Alsace, so I don't know why. Al's ace. Al is ace. There we are. Al's ace, and that just leaves these two. Digital. Modern inequality. Focus or flip flop. I mean, if it is digital. Focus or flip flop is simile. Simile fits there. I don't know why I think that is the right answer though. I mean, that's a horrible word to try and fill in. That one's not much better. At least with, if I knew what demur really meant, or demur, having a thing. I think that's absent. I'm not completely convinced, but I'm going to go with it being absent. Digital modern inequality is. In fact, I'm going to look up absent and demur. See if they. Let's see what demur means on my phone. Just so that because I'm not going to. When I publish this in a week's time, I'm not going to be able to come back and look at it. So, demur meaning raise objections or show reluctance. They accepted this ruling without demur. So, having a thing. Maybe I got that wrong. Maybe that isn't absent then. What could it be otherwise? Object. There we are. Object. Having a thing. Object. That's what it is. It's object. Okay. And this one here. Modern inequality. So I don't think we've got any. I'm fairly certain we haven't got any anagrams in there. Focus of flip flop is to where, isn't it? Flip flop. About turn. I mean, digital looks ever more likely with that object in there. Digital. Come on. Digital device. Swahili is spelled correctly, I think, isn't it? What would put Swahili? Wales. Yeah, with a high in it. There we go. Digital. Divisive. Digital. Sometimes with Everyman he tends to do kind of little things. So done and dusted. Dead as a doornail. Digital. I don't think there's a one there that goes with that, pairing that goes with that. Digital. What can that be? There's not many words that fit there, are there? Really? Sorry. There's probably lots of words that fit, but there's not. Not the jumping off page. So digital by. Digital me. Die. Digital finite. I mean, to be fair, most of this crossword has been very, very simple parsing. Most of it, as I say, I haven't quite got through them all. Nothing really jumping off the page at this point, though, for me. It's not going to be a vowel. Digital. Don't know. Okay, let's go through the clues as they're done so far, and then I'll try that last one at the end. 2 descriptions of a freshly baked cake. So it's been done and it's dusted. So that's finished off. Something that's finished off is done and dusted. Suddenly realise you twig, and the clue was T wig. Flights. So flights often misleads you towards aeroplanes and things, but in this case it's to do with staircases, and of course not all end in landings, because sometimes staircases just kind of go on to the next staircase, and if you come down them you come to a hallway. So particle Rutherford originated this one's name originally, so take the initial letters, all those, and Rutherford was scientist, physicist, I think, and protons. Angriest, so I like this one, I did like this clue. Rashleigh is anagram indicator, and we've got tasering, tangiers, ingrates, all are anagrams of angriest, which is the most furious. As a report, misrepresented, so is an anagram of opera star, and Pavarotti was an opera star. Oh, not sure about this one either. Oh, Sam. Deceiver is a liar, and a bar rebuffed. If you take that backwards, you've got a rail, a handrail is a bar that helps you down the staircase, so take it backwards, rebuffed. On reflection, fan, put it backwards, put in I for everyman, and you've got a not sophisticated type, a naff. That's naff. Contemptuous quality, characteristic of knit. Well, a knit is a louse, so a quality characteristic of a louse is lousiness, and a contemptuous quality is lousiness. Here you may say advocate, so advocate in this case is the person who advocates you in court with judges and legal proceedings, and advocat is an alcoholic drink, so you see them both at the bar. Pacino's stunning in somewhere in France, so Al's ace, Al Pacino, and Alsace is a place in France. Glamorous types, bit of glam rubbish at number 1, so glitter at 1. Glitterati is glamorous types. That woman had, she'd, place to keep tools as a shed. Modern inequality, digital. Gosh, can't get that one. Flip flop. Toes. Digital. Don't know. Morning's fresh water is dewdrop. Yeah, that's what you see in the morning, isn't it? Dewdrops. And powder around a D for Duke is an anagram of dewdrop. Reporter, bishop's neighbour. So on a chessboard, the bishop is next to the queen and the knight. Knight being with a K, but we've got a report of that. I sound like of night, which with a K makes it night without a K, which is the darkest hour. Hours, sorry. Agrees in a hearing, say to be heard. So I think that's assents. If you agree, you assent to something. You agree. A hearing assents. Hearing say to be heard. Not entirely sure. I mean, again, it sound to be heard makes it look like it's a sound like. Hearing assents. Can't think what that's trying to get us to, but there you go. Moving around Asia and El Dorado, so we've got El Dorado and probably Asia come together. Yeah, that's definitely moving them around. There's some kind of anagram there which is getting dead as a doornail, which is showing no animation. Removes ropes is to unrigs, and French is rig is to doctor. If you doctor something, you're rigging it, and sun is an S. Customs are tradition. I'd like to see an S on that personally, but custom, tradition, fair enough. Planting, DI, detective inspector. In time share, so we've got T for time, and then a ration round that die, RATION. Furniture item is a dresser, and a dresser is a person in the backstage who helps actors get dressed, I suppose. Gives them their clothes that they're putting on next. The cigars is an anagram of Reichstag, which is the German parliament. At least it was back in the Third Reich days. I don't know whether it's still. Netted, earned around half a C, caused irritation. So C in this case is Latin for 100, so half of 100 is 50. The Latin for a 50 in Latin 50 is L. Put earned is netted. When you get your payslip, there's gross tax and there's netted, your net income. So you netted around that gives you nettled, which is irritating people. Nettled someone. Drunkenly wails, welcoming greetings. So we've got an anagram of Wales with hi for the greeting put in to get to Swahili, which is a language. Just received an email. Hide is to secrete, and part of the Mediterranean island closest to Crete. Well, the part of Crete that is closest is the southeast. That's the Crete. So yeah, enjoy that one. Demur, having a thing. So I had to look up demur, and it means to object, and obviously a thing is an object. Dish, often fish, portion of. So yeah, dish, which is often fish, is sushi, and a portion of hypoglossus. Hypoglossus is sushi in there. So that's all the clues. Apart from this, annoying one here that I can't quite figure out. Modern inequality, digital. Now one last alphabet trawl in it. I don't think. Well, what can go in here? Lots of things probably go in here. Divide, digital divide. I think that is. That would be my guess. Digital divide. Ah, yes. Okay. So yes, in a flip flop, you have a little thing that sticks between your big toe and the next toe. I don't know what you call it, the first toe. So yeah, that divides your digits. So digital divide. So let's scroll up. There we go. So all done. I think it just took me about half an hour. So fairly pleased with that one. Enjoyed that. Lots to look at. I think I'm okay on everything there. Obviously no check button to be sure, but if you've got any comments, put them down, and thank you for watching.